just wrapped up at our campsite where we stayed last night. And now we're going to continue on the trip and probably make it home today. Well, to where, back to kind of like the city sort of. Lunch break. I'm gonna have some veggie dogs, not hot dogs, veggie dogs, and then possibly have some more and maybe some pasta and what else. Today we're trying to eat as much of the leftovers as we can from the last 4 or 5 days so that we don't have to have a ton of leftover food, but we still end up with some leftover food. Now I'm gonna have some spaghetti, red sauce, Parmesan, leftovers from last night. Going for a walk, do some leg stretching before we have to get back on the road. What's kind of nice about in a motorhome when you're driving is you can actually stand up and stretch your legs to some degree, whereas you can't really do that most of the time if you're in a car or a truck or whatever. But you can do that in a motorhome. And what's also cool about a motorhome is you can get up and walk over to the fridge and grab some food if you're hungry. The weather has been pretty nice for the whole time which we've been out camping. It has rained a little bit kind of every day towards the evening, sometimes in the day. But yeah, for the most part, we've been able to get out and do stuff. So that's been pretty good. And today we are gonna arrive back to the apartment and unpack the motorhome and all that stuff. Alrighty guys, that is it for the trip. Now it is time to unload everything. I have my backpack full of all kinds of electronics. Bag of clothes, and gonna make a few trips carrying stuff back to the condo. That was a super fun trip. I'd say it was a success. Saw some elk, saw some spectacular views, waterfalls, glaciers, crazy glass structures over massive cliffs, crazy mountains, freezing cold rivers and lakes, as well as creeks and ponds, rainbows, sunrises, sunsets. Yeah, it was a success. Okay, unpacking the motorhome. It is actually quite sad that the trip is already over. It felt like it was just an hour ago that I was packing up the motorhome, which was actually like 5 or 6 days ago. But yeah, that was a super fun trip. But like any really fun thing, it usually comes to an end. But we still have a whole another like 5 or 6 days in Canada, shopping and eating yummy food and stuff like that. Oh, I'm actually kind of tired.
No way.
There you go. Thanks, motorhome. Alrighty then. The motorhome is unpacked. Unpacked of thousands of blankets. That's what it seemed like. clothes, shoes, food, just tons of different things. Now we're back in civilization, and I'm uploading a video. Exciting. In the last like 5 or 6 days, I've only put one video up. It was not my fault because I was in the mountains, so I did not have internet, and I got internet for a couple of hours, so I was able to put one video up. But it was not my fault that I didn't have internet, just so you guys know. It wasn't me being like, I don't want to put a video up. What the? Oh my god. Oh no! What a coincidence. Like, the day before we went on the trip, I got an extra backup mouse in case this one ever broke. Okay, watch this. Stay there. Okay, so this is another mouse. I literally got this a couple days ago as a backup mouse, and that is just a massive coincidence that all of a sudden I'm gonna need it. I can't tell you guys how funny that is. Like, the coincidence that I got a backup mouse like a week before I just broke my mouse. So the mouse is actually fine, but this little piece just completely just fell apart. And I may have like bumped it or something, or I don't know. It was old. I've used this mouse an insane amount. But yeah, stuff does break. Thanks, mouse. You helped me edit probably over 100 videos. I can't tell you guys how much I use a mouse for. Like, I can edit a video probably like in way less of the time than I would be able to without like a separate mouse. I don't know, I can just zoom around really quickly. I can like zoom in and out of the timeline and stuff. So that is a huge help. But now, new mouse comes into play. Okay, so during my time in Canada, I have developed an addiction to a certain chips. The chips which I speak of are the salt and vinegar. They are just my most favorite chips right now. They taste so delightful. I can't even describe it. They're just delicious. Oh, goodness. Salt and vinegar. Forgiveness sauce, salt and vinegar. Just the best smell ever. They're just so... Alright, we're gonna go for a walk. We're going to the same little creeky-ish lake that we went to 2 or 3 other times, but it's one place that we know how to get to and not get lost. So we're gonna keep going there because I don't want to get lost. Everything looks the same. Like, I could be looking this way, and they all look the same. So I'm gonna end up getting lost. Okay, so here in Canada, the front yard plants are little trees with like 1,000 apples. Okay, and that's it for today. Time to wrap up today's video. So the last 5 or 6 days, it was like, I'm gonna remember those days for like ever, and I am so glad that I documented, like recorded and filmed all of it, because like the views there were insane, like phenomenally, like mind-boggling. Like I feel like I say mind-boggling all the time, but like really, like I didn't even know views that crazy existed. Like it was just crazy. Like this, I can't even describe it. But yeah, I'm super stoked that I was able to film it all and share all of that stuff with you guys, as well as also have the memories and to show other people and everyone. But I have a positive quote. So this quote is, surround yourself with people who are only going to lift you higher. So there's this thing that is kind of like quote saying that I've heard. People have told me before, and I've just heard it. I don't know. I feel like I've known it, and it's kind of like to, yeah, like surround yourself by people who you kind of want to be like, maybe, or who you kind of admire or something. Because like if you surround yourself by people, let's say you're like trying to be all positive and stuff, and then you surround yourself with people who are kind of being like negative, or kind of being like negators. It's not really gonna help you out that much, because it's like if you're hanging out with people who are kind of thinking completely opposite as the way as you are trying to think, like be positive about stuff, and then they're like just like being negative about everything and like seeing all like the bad of everything. It's like it's not going to help you be positive. It's going to end up making you kind of negative. So you don't want to surround yourself by people who are trying to maybe like make you feel worse than you should be feeling, or try to like make you feel like you can't do stuff, because it's just not going to help you out. So yeah, definitely surround yourself with people who you kind of want to maybe be like, or like are kind of maybe think similar to you, like they're maybe like where they're being positive, or if it's like, yeah, everything that I already said. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm just saying the same stuff over and over. Remember to do more awesome stuff. See you guys tomorrow, early in the morning. Dang.